station's set up today. So the first station is going to be over here. Well, this is the station with who's to blame for Myrtle's death. So I ask that you pick a representative from each group, right? That each group pick a representative to come and argue who is to blame for Myrtle's death. So there are some characters that you should consider, right? There's Myrtle herself, there's her husband, there's Gatsby, there's Nick, there's Daisy, right? So you come over here if you're the person that was chosen from your group for Daisy, and there's markers, and what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you would break up the pie with the different pieces and give percentages. And then somewhere in the margin or within the piece of the pie, even just bullet point reasons why you gave them the percentage that you gave them. So if someone has a bigger chunk than someone else, well, why? Why do they get the most blame? All right? So that's this station. So it should be one representative from each group here. So there should be 3 to 4 people sitting here, right? Because we had about 4 groups, but then it morphed into 3, I believe. So that's that station. Station 2 is back here. Same thing, but we're talking about Gatsby, right? So who is to blame for Gatsby's death? So again, you're going to break up the pie. I did ask that you choose someone else from your group to do this one, right? To split it up. So there should be no more than about 4 people at this station because it's one representative for each group. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do revisions on the rhetorical analysis essay. So you turn in your rhetorical analysis essay before vacation. They're graded, they're rated on the AP rubric. So some of you were here the day of the junior prom on Friday, and I gave you yours back, and I asked you to start those revisions during the class period, okay? So if you're one of those people, you can finish your revisions today. You can make sure everything's kind of tightened up. You want to turn in your rubric and the essays that I give back to you today. You want to turn that in, and you want to let me know my revision is done so that I can go in and I can give it another grade, all right? And I'll attach a new rubric, I'll rate it, and I'll grade it, okay? So if you're at this station, which is single desks, because you're working independently, you grab your Chromebook, you come up, you grab your paper, you come and sit down, you revise, all right? There's also your quizzes from the novels. So there's some people that took makeup quizzes, those aren't done yet. So if you took quizzes in real time, they're all here, okay? So they're all here for you, so you can also grab your quizzes and take those back. You have assignments that I need to collect, right? You have the group work. So sometime before the end of class, all that group work should be compiled and then placed here. Make sure your group members' names are on it so you all get credit. And then your questions, your study guide questions. If they're electronic, just make sure they're shared with me. If you've already shared them with me, if you can shoot me an email that says, Mrs. Coughlin, I shared those with you like 2 weeks ago. That's fine. I'll go and dig back through my email. If there's a problem, I'll email you back. All right, so the study guide questions go here. Last station is with me. What we're going to do is we're going to look at those sample essays. All right? So what I did for you, I took these from that 5 Steps to a 5 handbook, right? And I photocopied the 2 sample essays that go along with the prompts that I asked you to focus on and take notes on, right? Highlight, annotate, mark up the text. So when you sit with me here, we're going to look at the sample essays, we're gonna read them together, we're gonna talk about them, we're gonna rate them on the rubric, and then we're gonna check our answers, right? Check with the book, what did the book rate them? So we're calibrating here. We're trying to see, are we on the right track? All right? So my hope is that there's 3 essays. So my hope is I will be able to meet with the 3 groups today while everyone else is working on something else. Okay? So if your group for Gatsby is finished and you're done and you're all set and you're not here with me, then what you would do is revise your essay. If your Myrtle group is done, you're not sitting with me, you would do your rhetorical analysis essay. So that's kind of what we're working on. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, if you were asked to focus on essay prompt number 1, I want you to come sit here, okay? If you were the person from your group, the representative that was chosen to focus on who's responsible for Myrtle's death, you're gonna come over here. If you're the representative from your group that was chosen to focus on Gatsby's death, you're gonna go back there. Everyone else should be here working on your revision, and then essays are over here.
Okay.
Were you
Or
marking it up?
I think 1/4 of it is Daisy.
So we
Okay,
know
so
highlight.
for Daisy, I did 20%. We're doing Gatsby separately. I did 20%.
Okay, so were you chosen as a representative?
15 or 50?
So then you're gonna grab your essay.
I did 7.5.
Okay.
For Daisy, that's very specific. Okay. For me, I did 20% because
You can mark it. So
she kills
I
Myrtle,
think that
right? And then eventually
making sure
that
you
drives Wilson to get on that with his Gatsby and then that, so she inadvertently directly caused Gatsby's death. However,
Oh, this is gonna help me answer that question.
she's an idiot, okay?
Oh, this is gonna help me
And
answer that question.
her, when she found
And then
out
going
about
back
Tom's affair, she's really mad at Myrtle, so it's not like it was like a cold-blooded thing, it was just a kind of passion, not that it excuses it, but it's not as
So on the
severe.
front here, the
And
first
this is
thing
what we
you
felt,
have
what do you
is
guys
the
think?
rubric.
I think the same thing, but I said she didn't tell the truth.
To read all of
She
those.
let Gatsby take the blame for it.
Oh, that's a
So
good
she
point.
put it like she knew what she was doing. She let him, like she knew the consequences he would take.
I think one could argue that she didn't do that to be malicious so much as that's just what she was used to, because it said at the end that her and Tom were used to just falling back on her money. So maybe it's not like she said, oh, I'm gonna stop free. I got my names back. I think that it was just what she was used to. I don't think Republicans are used to be racist and tall and unbelievably handsome, you know. Alright, and let me tell me that. And hold on for a second, I had a point for that.
It says you could take a position, yeah.
He also covered for her when she killed Myrtle. Now he could have gone to the police, but he covered for her. And then instead of saying, hey Wilson, it wasn't me, you're trying to get that in the air and trying to explain why she did it. He's just like, nah dog, it's alright, I'll take it. And then he got shot. So it wasn't a big part, but his actions inadvertently led to his own death. So I don't think you could argue that 0%.
If he wasn't, like-
If it wasn't 55% for Wilson, Caleb.
If he didn't spend all night making sure Daisy didn't do nothing funny with Tom,
He was
maybe he
still
would have
alright.
thought, like, oh, I should go maybe dispose of my car, you know,
The first three.
do some other things.
It's like what, you don't know how to hide a
What
body.
The
if we put
research and you're saying,
Oh my
okay,
God.
is this valid? Should I trust this
Yeah, we
source?
put that.
How does this source compare to all the other sources?
Alright.
And then you are taking all of that
Alright.
information. that
Do you agree that Gatsby
you're
and
becoming an expert, so now.
Myrtle
you're
have
an
the
expert.
same?
No, because Myrtle literally killed. Gatsby's doing it because he's blindsided by love. Wait, no, it wasn't even a crime. It's just like, yeah, it was covered, but it's not as bad as
Oh, you
literally
guys put
killing her.
Myrtle?
Putting all the
Yeah.
pieces together.
Alright, we did Myrtle, Gatsby, Tom, Wilson, Daisy.
We did Tom, Wilson, Daisy, and Gatsby.
Okay, you fool.
Essentially,
I put 8% from
you're
Myrtle.
looking at.
Caleb put 0 and I put 10.
You have to synthesize and put together.
I think 10% is just a little easier, so that way everything
We'll
else
do
can
10
end.
for Gatsby, 10
Like I
for
think,
Myrtle.
no matter what, you
Cool.
have to synthesize.
10 for Gatsby, 10. Okay, yeah, that's what we
Right, you're not
put.
looking at the.
Oh, hold on.
text.
Gatsby,
You are
10,
looking at.
10. Okay, now
So we
let's
have
look at
Tom and
Myrtle.
Daisy.
What did you put for Myrtle, Kayla? No, actually, we've been going over percents. I meant, like, what color did you think her dress was? Yes, her percent, you fool. Yes, what did you go for a percent? Alexis? Okay, so Alexis is a fool. Okay, so 10%.
Then yours would be.
What do we have left?
Okay, so let's see, we have 30, 20, 10, and 10.
Well, I
0, 3,
think
4,
that
5, 6, 7.
Right.
So Tom is 30%.
No, we need Daisy.
Right, they
We
they
did
don't
Daisy.
have power.
We said Daisy was 20% and Wilson was 30%. We did that big thing.
But like, okay, well, once you're like, I'm sure it's like,
Alright, so let's just look at,
but I'm sure Daisy wasn't expecting part of what she
Silver.
did. Like, I'm sure Daisy, like, no, I don't think anybody ever thought, oh, yeah, so the consequence of taking it.
You can put that as a sample.
yeah.
Probably. So that's why I
Probably
said,
like 55.
yeah.
Yeah.
For Wilson,
Yeah, because the rest of them didn't
You know, the author's last name, however, it's
Extra
here, right, like exactly.
The maid and then didn't cross out the.
So, you know, so I would say,
Daisy.
that's it, you can do either or. That's, what, in terms of Emily, either is okay. So if you say like. Rockefeller was trying to get for our first high priest.
his wife
So Darwin they lived in positions of power.
Yeah, he wasn't in the right seat.
We had the same discussion in my
About
group,
them
and
glittering towers. And the plebeian masses, able Charles left over, hoping to become a member of the clergy someday. This change, however, is welcomed as highly beneficial, cries the high priest Cardinal. Much better this great irregularity than universal squalor. But is it much better? As pictured in a recent New Yorker cartoon, when a rich man and woman lie in bed surrounded by paintings, lamps, sculptures, and other luxurious odds and ends, and say to each other, something is missing. It is indicative of the fact that they and we don't begin to realize how deep of what music society is.
Wilson kept it. In what world does Tom less than Wilson?
Me.
John was cheating with Daisy Jones.
He didn't kill anyone.
Tom was cheating with